Right, hello YouTube. Now, you might have heard of Homeworld 2. I certainly have. It was one of my favourite games of all time for a while. And a little while back, it got the Remaster Collection. A very well done remake of the game. That also brought with it a new generation of mods, or brought some older mods with it. And today, we're going to be taking a look at one of those mods, one of the ones I really like. It's not the big one, which is complex. But instead, we're going to be taking a look at the... Well, I don't know what that specifically reads, but the mod is the Fairy Empire mod. Now, it's quite an in-depth mod, in a sense. The problem is, it's not written in English. So, while there are some quite interesting features, it does actually have its own completely unique campaign and what looks like a mission system. I can't really play those. I believe there are guides for how to do it on the workshop. But for now, we're just going to cover the sort of what it adds, the skirmish aspects of it, I suppose you'd say. So, the factions, because they're all new, and some of the various gameplay things it adds. If you're looking at this and going, what am I looking at? The third one down seems to be the skirmish menu. The music is also very dramatic. We'll start on the first map. Most of the maps are the same. There are 2 extras, but I can't read that. We'll try it, but I can't read it. As for the factions on this particular one, it's still got Higar and Vagar, who I think have new stuff. But we're going to, for the moment, we're going to focus on the completely new factions. Now, we should be able to show a few of them off. Now, there is one thing I will immediately point out. One of these factions, as far as I can tell, doesn't work with the AI, and that is the Pixie Heavy. It's also my favourite faction in this game, by this mod, and I will be showing it off later. We'll probably do like a couple of matches in a sense to show it off. So it's default. And let's go. This is built for the classic engine. Added a 2, so it's not actually on the remake, but it still launches through the same launcher. A bit of a loading time. You can probably see here the Gagarans showed off some of their new models. New sort of static bases. We'll maybe do 2 matches and show off the Higarans and the Vega and hopefully some of their new stuff in that. Here we come. So, we're starting off as the Fairy Empire for this one, and you might notice immediately, look at that. It's a completely new mothership, and it's actually pretty nice. The Maid class flagship. Mother Crystal has arrived. Ah, yes, that's one of our opponents. It seems to be quite a resource-heavy map, this new one. It seems to be working fine, despite the seemingly not working names. And you'll see we've got a completely new set of ships as well. And there's a lot. I think the model guy really likes to show off. You quite often see his new models for things on the front page, like in the artwork and things. And you'll also notice we can go into some of the different ones straight away. We can go straight into Elite Fleet, mass production ships, frigates. Although there's a module for those, interestingly enough. Fighters, defensive modules, which lets us build these sort of you ever seen Gundam with the bits, like little floating drones with guns on them? They're basically that. Gun turrets of many varieties, heavy long-range guns, utility ships like the little mining boats. We'll put a couple of resource mobile refineries, I should say. Let's put some more of those. Various guns to actually fit onto your ship. A lot of the ships are customizable. They've got some very interesting weapons. Bow-mounted photon cannon. We can build a probably not a wave motion gun, but something along those lines. And we also use various modules to upgrade what we have access to, basically. Now, in terms of mechanics, as far as I'm aware, the Fairy Empire and the... Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but the sort of Black Fleet that we do have in this match, we will see it later. I believe they play kind of similar to base game, in at least that they're not particularly different mechanically. They have their own ships, you build them, you use them in sort of a similar way. You might notice the prices vary a lot more. A lot of these are very cheap. With some little mini UAVs. So like microfighter equivalent. And I believe this mod is intended for longer games than the than the base game, they could certainly go on for a lot longer.
Confirmed.
And they have a lot more expensive units at the far end of things. Here we go. Swarm fighters. A little bit of Kadeshi-ish almost. Again, I quite like the aesthetic for this mod. It's a sort of cleaner look than the base game, but it's still got that nice detail. I'm very impressed by the modeler. Whoever he is, or she is, potentially, I don't know. Certainly knows their stuff when it comes to ships. I mean, look at this. Lovely looking little craft. And again, to sort of go over the campaign a little bit while we build up. From what I remember trying to do it ages ago, it's kind of the idea seems to be that you're running your own little fleet. You sort of build up new ships for it over time. We'll go into the mass production route. Sort of try to protect it. You take missions that give you resources, that kind of idea. I think resource collectors aren't so much a thing. So you kind of have to use other means, but you also have to manage supplies and things, which is... That aspect I remember not being so keen on. I don't know that I've done that. We should have a resource collector in a sec. That's the description. I don't know if that's quite right. It says 50 RU every second. I don't know if that means it actually produces resources as well. Because as you saw from the menu, I'm sure, not English, the creator, or at least the dialogue isn't. Oh, it just showed up. I guess it hyperspaced in, maybe. This has a lot of drop-off points on it. So 6 drop-off points, which I really like. I think the devs maybe thought it was cool, like having all the ships docking at once. So I think the resource collectors themselves are weaker, but you just have way more of them and more drop-off points. I like little aspects like that. They do look a lot like little bees. Resource synthesis facilities. Oh, yeah, you straight up just can have resources coming in every few seconds. Yeah, we'll take a few of those. Why not? Sounds like a good deal to me. Yeah, we can build some... Interesting that they're corvettes, but they're named frigates. I guess they just haven't renamed that. And yeah, there's the occasional thing like this with the Sky Ranger where it's like, unit need, where it's presumably trying to load in some non-English text and doesn't know what to do with it, I'm assuming. Because it was not really built for that, or possibly it works in the foreign versions of the games, just not in this one.
Assembly underway.
So how long it takes to build these. So frigate squadrons, we'll try and get into a bit of a scrap, show off the fighting. I seem to remember the fights tend to be... Some of them tend to be quite quick, some of them tend to drag out. It really varies a bit. So frigate squadron, where do they come out? Oh, they hyperspace it as well. Okay.
Roger.
White sheet missile frigate. Quite neat looking. I like the little eye on the front. Not necessarily seeing the launch tubes, but I assume they're in there somewhere.
Acknowledged.
Let's go see if we can find someone. I think we've got 3 opponents, so they're probably over here. Or 2 opponents, I should say. All the standard, what do you call it, Homeworld stuff still works here, so...
Strike group acknowledged.
Formations, etc.
Strike group coordinates locked in.
Group 1 designated.
And the research is unlocking already. And yes, they do the sort of class-based research that the complex does, where oh, what do you call it? Where you kind of research upgrades per class of ship. Also, interestingly enough, I noticed that I'm assuming, upgrade refinery equipment. That means that the passive resource income over time is upgraded. I think that's the idea. Let's research fast repair. Ah, they can self-repair. I don't seem to remember them lasting long enough to do that most of the time, but it is an option we could have. Let's also research the...
Subsystem built and ready for operation.
New construction options available.
Why not? There's some bigger frigates. X system has met the requirements. X system now active. Eliminate all save game functionality. I don't know if that means that you can't save matches.
Upgrade complete. New
Not quite sure on that one.
available.
I don't know if we can upgrade how quickly we can build things.
Subsystem construction complete.
Ah, yes, I believe the tactical modules unlocks more of these additional systems. Not seeing any obvious upgrade. Like build speed modules or anything. Yeah, not so sure on that. The probing system, I assume that's going to be a scanner.
Copy.
And I think we've got a bunch of new resource collectors as well. Let's get you guys to work.
Resources locked in. Collection confirmed. Subsystem manufactured. Roger. Moving to destination. Ready.
We're not exactly short on resources around here. Let's also get you build some ships. Let's go.
Upgrade complete. New upgrades available.
Berths are clear.
Pop cap, pretty high. I believe you can do some fairly large matches if you want, and we're not even on the largest setting. And there's a reason for that, which we might be about to run into, but I don't know whether we're heading towards them or the other guys.
Subsystem built and ready for operation. Entering hyperspace inhibitor field.
Gravity well. I think that means we're going the right way. That should mean that the people we're looking for are over here. I'll probably cut out a bit of travel time in editing later on. We'll try and show off the mod mostly. Oh, is that a hyperspace signature? No.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Copy.
Again, I'm very much fan. That's probably the launch tube. I'm very much fan of these models. They're still kind of Homeworld-ish. If you told me this was a faction, and you maybe like really high-res up the textures, because they're nice, but they're not quite as nice as the ones in the base game. I mean, obviously, one's a mod, one's professional devs putting their full work out into it. I think this could look really good. I think this could look proper convincing. I don't know whether they have. They probably haven't actually hired the guy for the Homeworld 3 upcoming, but I feel like they could have, and they wouldn't be losing out. I'm going to stick to the mass production side of things for now, I think. We'll also maybe get some missiles on our ship. I believe the A, B, and C slots are like separate slots that you can load these weapons into. Here we go. This is the... I can't even think what the faction is called, but it's the Crystal faction. As you can see, they're kind of... yeah, interesting looking. I believe there's actually two ships sort of clipped into each other, which seems to happen a lot. But yeah, they're kind of a faction of space crystals is the only way I can describe it.
Group 1. Attacking capital ship.
Bit of a space swarm. Oh, my frigate just exploded.
Frigate lost.
Group 1 copy.
Didn't even see it.
Strike group prepare.
Yeah, they kind of all fire beams. It's an odd faction, and it's one that doesn't feel really designed for players so much as it does for the AI.
Hostile contact. Hiding in dust cloud.
Group 1 reports enemy contact.
They're also kind of tanky, as you can probably see. There is some slight oddness when it comes to balance I sometimes find with these guys.
Roger.
There's also some weird balance when it comes to the swarm UAVs, because while they don't do a huge amount of damage normally, they're actually very hard to hit.
Docking underway.
They actually often last a lot longer than you'd expect them to.
Upgrade complete.
Confirmed.
There's our sword interceptors. Also come in squadrons, I did not realise that.
Copy.
Yes, you might also notice we're quite quickly getting to a point where we can get more resources than we can use. So we might try and get that carrier designer down so we can use a few more of them. You see, there's a lot of different designs. But the problem is with the descriptions kind of scuffed, it's sometimes a little bit difficult to tell what the intention for some of them is. Some of them you can get, but some of them are like...
Complete. New capital
I mean, look at this.
for construction.
It's a ship, it costs 40,000 resources, it has no description. I have no idea what the purpose of this ship is. I'm going to try and build one later, because I want to see, but... It's a small issue. Assault cruiser. A little Halo look at this one, with the Mac-S cannon in the middle and the defensive guns on the sides. But yes, it's definitely a mod where I'm like, graphics, excellent, gameplay, pretty good. Has the occasional bit of oddness or, again, moment where I'm like, I'm not quite sure what the idea is here. Some of them make sense. Like this one says, oh, it's designed to withstand shots, or
Docking signal green.
heavy cruiser for attacking battleships, that kind of idea. Mass production cruiser kind of thing. Let's actually have that as the next thing.
Construction in progress.
But yeah, just some of them are a little bit more, again, description totally missing. I have no idea what this is for. Ooh, there's some fighting going on. Yeah, it seems like the... Ah, so here we go. We can take a look at the other faction. It seems like they're fighting nothing. I'm assuming there's some crystals there that I can't see. Sensors appear to be a bit jank. Or is this the two factions fighting each other? By the way, yes, this is one of the other factions whose name I do not remember.
Subsystem manufactured.
These very, I guess, sinister-looking ships. Black paint job. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how they advance so quickly as well. That seems to be a thing that happens sometimes. I don't know whether it's their faction could do that quite quickly or what, but yeah, they advance. They tend to get built up very quickly. Nibble Hills? Nope, not sure how to pronounce that. There's their mothership. There's the big one. I do like this design with the carrier style launch runway and that. It's also got, yeah, these sort of waves of like flat cannons that just... if you've ever seen Yamato 2199 with like the laser flak, it's literally that sort of a screen of little blue lasers. I do like them. I prefer this one visually, but that ship I like more. As said, the fight will have gone on longer than you'll have seen on YouTube. I will cut out a lot of the dead air. It's not that the time is wasted, but it is a strategy game. There are moments where you're sort of sat building up. We'll go... So we're not completely sat doing nothing. We're going to go bother the crystals.
Complete.
So we'll go down a bit of the mass production route. You sort of upgrade the modules to unlock the later ships. But yeah, so as said, it's not really so much... not a huge amount new mechanically wise for this faction.
Strike group coordinates.
But as you probably already said for the crystals, some of the others play quite differently, and especially the fairy heavy, or pixie heavy. To the point again where the AI doesn't even work. It doesn't seem to know how to play it. And I don't blame it, because I think you'd have to build a completely new AI for it. There he comes. There we go, carrier design.
New construction options available.
Standing by.
Another nice looking model. It's a little bit Star Fox feeling, this one somehow. Oh, that's new. Sheep class large scale mining base. Sure thing. And hyperspace well, so you can actually use this to hyperspace straight onto the front lines if you wish. Let's also have our first militia class at the moment. Little boxy frigate friend, or frigate cruiser or whatever.
Subsystem built and ready for operation.
The classifications are a little bit more blurred in this one.
Moving right along.
Flat platform with guns on it, basically. Interestingly enough, it seems to have a docking port, but
Ready.
I don't believe it can actually dock anything. I'm not quite sure what this means, but
Reporting. Entering dust cloud.
it is a thing. Also appreciate the... I think this might be in the base game anyway, but I appreciate the energy weapons leaving the little, like,
Strike group. Prepare for assault.
static clouds, or lightning clouds in the iron, in the nebulas.
System
But yes, I've had a lot of the time the AI seems quite happy to fight itself rather than you. Seems to be quite happy to go off into the... go to war with itself, effectively. Yeah, the build times can feel a little long, is the only thing I sometimes say with these guys. That is a big old mighty ship. It's a supply ship. Oh! Oh, it's a harvester! It's a giant harvester. Ooh. That's new. I do like that. Just a mega harvester. Bit Homeworld 1-ish with the really big resource collectors. Is it going to use the same sort of thing? How do you mine? Noisily.
Cells at full capacity. We're heading back.
Ah. Beam the resources aboard, I see. Interesting.
Roger.
I like the way it just sort of lampreys itself onto the side of the rock. That's quite cute.
Order reporting.
Group 1. Ah, we're getting stuck in.
Strike group receiving fire. Strike group to battle positions. Supporting friendly units.
Group 1 under attack.
As you can see, these, as I said, these guys are pretty tanky. You can see they're taking a
Enemy attack.
lot of hits
Strike group under enemy attack.
and then vanishing off our sensors, because that's also a thing that happens sometimes.
Hostile contact. Strike group attack order confirmed. Reporting.
Yeah, I've also traditionally found the frigates don't tend to be stellar. Seem to be a little
Prepare for
vulnerable sometimes, I found.
subsystem construction complete. Subsystem built and ready for operation.
Anything, maybe attack those guys.
Strike group to battle positions. Attack.
Yeah, at least for the build times, I don't always feel like
Receiving fire.
they're necessarily worth it, the frigates.
1 copies. Weapon set to full power. Strike group to battle positions.
New upgrades available.
We'll leave them to it for the moment.
Ready.
It's going to drop off. Is that what that big base for, or where is he going to dock? I'm kind of curious about this, because I hadn't... This was not a ship I'd actually seen before.
Construction in progress.
Is he actually going to dock right with the bottom, or...? Ah, I see. Giant docking spine, I guess. Come back with quite a bit, though. But yes, I'm kind of glad the AI isn't going for me, because I'm not sure
Enemy attack.
what I would be doing about all this.
Roger. Group 1 reporting.
We're not doing no damage, but
To battle positions.
it's that big fight we felt a little ineffectual.
I'm hit.
I am amazed how quickly the AI builds up.
Group 1 reports enemy contact.
Pursuing targets.
That was pretty impressive, though.
Strike group reports hostile contact.
Blech. You might have also noticed the effects of had some attention, shall we say. It's a nice looking mod for the visuals.
Subsystem manufactured.
Especially some of the stuff like storm missiles from later on.
Frigate locked.
Ideally, I think I'd like to show off some of the larger stuff of this mod, and then we'll call it good for that match, and we'll show off the other factions.
Action.
Oh, we still got one cruiser left.
Targets.
Group 1 under attack.
Oh, that was the big gun.
Acknowledged. Strike group reports.
Yeah, as you can see, they've also got some new like effects from the big cannon fireball type things, which is quite impressive because I've heard Homeworld is a bit of a pain to mod. The old Homeworld. It's not supposedly the easiest thing to do anything with.
Hostile contact.
I was hoping he was going to show us by firing the big gun again, but
Copy.
there we go. Hey, look at that. We'll leave that to it. They'll be there a while. Yeah, you're kind of very much capped by the mothership's build queue, effectively, as to what you can be doing at once. Resource is not an issue at all. As you can see, we've got tons. Square... I just noticed the square class. Cute.
Ship under attack.
Whoa, whoa.
Supporting friendly units.
Alright.
Standing by.
Uh,
Engage capital ship. Group 1.
oh boy, looks like they found us. I
Locked.
believe you guys are also armed. Now would be the time to use those guns. Must be in range by now, right? Where's the new guy? Oh, it was a sheep. wasn't a combat ship, I see. Oh, there we go. Well, they haven't got much range.
New research available.
Subsystem construction complete. Roger.
Get you guys in there as well.
Capital ship.
Group 1 reports enemy
That's a
contact.
Sky Ranger.
Pursuing targets. Aggressive tactics confirmed.
So
Fire at
that's also smaller than I thought it would be.
will. Attacking capital ship. Stand by for acquisition and transfer.
Yeah, it kind of looked bigger than that from the image.
Weapon set to full power.
Get rid of the firepower on our new heavy cruiser, so we'll do that.
Confirmed.
Good news is, well, there tends to be a lot of the crystals there.
Ship
Fire
under
rates tend to
attack.
be a bit slow, but you've got to be really careful because if you get caught by a lot of them, they can shred things. And there's usually a lot of them. Yeah, these guys really like to close the point blank, apparently. You can see the attack values and health and things are also a lot higher than the base game. So the ships get kind of crazy. And there's a reason I don't normally play as this faction. Which is that, again, power-wise, they seem a little odd.
Ship under attack.
I don't know if I'm playing them wrong. I don't know if the AI knows something I don't.
Upgrade complete. New upgrades available.
Oh, you've got your power enhanced research. Is that going to improve your power?
Under attack.
I like to hope so. There it is, the mystery ship. I wish to have the secrets of this ship explained to me. Like why it has no name. Because for the moment I can only assume that it is not a real ship. It does not actually exist.
Reporting.
It's entirely there to confuse me. How many fighter squadrons can we build? Another 3. Well, let's get them in there. I noticed there seems to be a lot of health upgrades, not necessarily armour. Don't know whether they're intending to have quite long, drawn-out matches or what, but that seems to be how it goes at any rate. I feel like this is speaking from past interactions as well as today, but I do feel like sometimes the matches do drag out a bit with this one. They could do with being maybe a bit more decisive, perhaps. Yes, I kind of like the interesting way they sort of divide the game up into tiers almost. Like a lot of the factions have sort of a module or something they'll have to build before they can kind of build up to the next tier. Oh. Well, I hope that ship wasn't important. We do have some ion beams on them, do we? Okay. Yes, the crystals do rather seem to like just not dying.
Friendlies under fire. Moving in.
I've had a lot of ships firing at this thing for a long time, and it's just
Ready.
not really taking damage.
Green line.
Looks like the towers are
Enemy contact.
removable as well. They're not. Hey, we got one.
Weapon set to full power. Enemy contact. Let's do this. Confirm.
Lovely to watch, even if the effects seem to be very minimal. I don't know whether that's because I'm supposed to upgrade the fire support. The Pixie Heavy lot, they have upgrades like that kind of upgrade everything. So it might be that I'm supposed to be upgrading that to a little more firepower in there. We'll add that as the next thing on the list and see if that helps.
Subsystem.
Self-repair. I know in this case sometimes you can get the sort of self-repair systems up to a crazy level, to the point where you're almost not taking damage, or you are literally repairing faster than you're taking damage. Yeah, let's go fire control system and see if that's what we're missing, because I've sometimes said that seems to be the breakthrough in this, because you often get like a 50% bonus, which is obviously quite significant.
Subsystem manufactured.
New construction options available.
Yeah, that looks like we're hitting quite a bit harder now, so maybe that's what I've been doing wrong. Maybe it's supposed to really rush fire control. Get auto repair up first, because maybe that'll start repairing the main class, but
Research complete.
I guess this review has turned into a little bit of a playthrough as well. But I think it's kind of, hopefully it's fun to watch. It's fun to play. Just be like, again, it is very much Homeworld, but here's some more stuff. Do some slightly odd factions. Yeah, I think we're hitting harder with this. So we'll pump some upgrades into damage, and hopefully we'll start to do a fair bit. But man, yeah, you can see the durability of these crystals. They're not easy to kill. If they weren't focusing fire on the mothership, we'd probably have a lot less fleet.
Ready.
Speaking of, we should have some bigger ships showing up soon.
Mothership.
By soon, I mean not soon, because it is a bit on the slow side. I would seriously recommend to the mod credits. Oh, it's firing before it's even come out of hyperspace. They maybe speed some stuff up. Ooh, who's he shooting at there? The other factions showed up to get in the way. Interesting. Is there some more carriers in here? Is that what I'm doing wrong? Are we supposed to have some? No, they're just bigger destroyers and ships. This one just called the Nope Fighter. Or the Nopo Fighter. I see. Fairy Queen Battleship. 200,000 resources. Could stand alone against the whole fleet. I like the sound of that, but that is a long way down the tech tree for the And the wrong tech tree for the way we're going because we've gone mass produced.
Ship under attack. Ship
It's almost like a little short range, like cunning lance, these ion cannons. So like the Musashi from oh, what's the show called? Arpeggio of Blue Steel.
strike group receiving fire.
There's that sort of vibes.
Copy.
Sutum seems to get bored whenever it whenever it gets close to being where it's supposed to be. I have found the AI can be a little bit, I think disobedient is the only way to put it. It's sometimes just, with this particular mod, just sometimes decides it doesn't want to do what you tell it. Sometimes for movement you have to tell especially the Pixie Heavy mothership, you sometimes have to like get out of somewhere quick, and you sometimes just have to tell it like passive mode, move, get out of there, you're going to die. And again, these guys showed up to join the fray for some reason. Ooh. I wonder what his main weapon is. Abyss Empire. Ah, there we go. That's the faction then.
Subsystem
They've conveniently written it literally down the side of the ship for us. It's really awkward if this box ship turned out to be like a really, really big resource collector, isn't it? Ooh. Ooh, they do a lot more damage against those guys. Ah, perhaps the crystals are just extra tanky, because we seem to be hitting the others very hard now. Well, maybe not so much.
Ship under attack.
Oh yeah, they're hitting that hard.
Receiving fire.
Jesus.
Attack run complete. Holding pattern locked.
Group 1
Yeah,
has
cannons do
been
have range on them. Why were they
Under enemy attack.
Why are they closing in so crazy close if they didn't have to be?
Coord-
Well, shouldn't we put one of those UAV groups in there? Where are they? There it is.
Copy.
Yeah, see what I kind of mean? They're a little bit Gundam bitish, sort of a gun with an engine on it, effectively. So we have a new something, I think.
Confirmed.
Snipe cannon cruiser. Okay. I think we ordered that on the carrier. Yeah. Oh, is that the square?
Reporting.
Well, I think that's the square. It's got 3 different names, apparently.
Mothership.
It's probably a case that they probably translated them all to English with like an auto Google Translate or something along those lines. Alright, here comes the big one. Maybe? Kind of big? Okay. What are we looking at here?
Mothership.
Flagship. What?
Mothership underway.
Can't build anything.
Mothership. Research complete.
It's tankier than the
New
mothership,
capital
though.
Ships available for construction.
Hmm, interesting
Mothership.
looking ship.
Show no mercy. Good. Keep
Ooh.
it moving.
Them some big guns.
Mothership underway.
I like how the game seems to think it's a mothership. That's a little unusual. It's got hangars, but it can't build anything. Is it not finished yet? Is this like an unfinished ship that I'm playing with unintentionally, or...? Hard to say.
Then. New formation.
Ship's got any of the new ships. Let's go on the offense this time.
While engaging.
Upgrade complete.
Moving while engaged.
Don't know whether... Oh, maybe refinery up. Efficiency increases build speed. Let's have a look. Don't know whether it's just the build, just the passive resource income, or whether it does that too. If it does, that would make a lot more sense. Then you sort of try to balance that out between the firepower modules and everything. Those really do just seem to be resources. I'm pretty sure they're basically like, yeah, resources aren't so much of an issue with this one. I mean, they're in it, but... What have we got over here that's refusing to... These are the ones that were refusing to get in the strike group earlier. We'll leave them to it, I guess.
New upgrades available.
Strike group coordinates locked.
This is what I was saying about them
Combat maneuvers begun.
being a little bit unruly sometimes. They can be a bit hard to
Into position.
tell them to just go somewhere.
Tactics confirmed. Fire at will.
Yeah, because the moment I do that, they stop listening.
Group 1 reports enemy contact.
Group 1 copies. Stay sharp. Strike group moving
So
into
to
position.
defensive, maybe that'll work.
Group 1 under attack. Group 1 reports enemy contact.
Right, moving out very slowly.
Group 1 under attack.
Mostly because of this mystery ship.
Mothership. Group 1 reports enemy contact.
Actually, hang on a minute. You can hyperspace, right?
Initiating hyperspace.
Do a hyperspace jump. See which of you guys can hyperspace. Not a lot. Oh boy.
Group 1 standing by. Hyperspace sequence halted. Strike group breaking up. Attack coordinates locked in.
We'll have them leave. We'll
Hyperspace
just
interrupted.
let them push forwards.
Reporting. Supporting friendly units.
What are you shooting at? Why is it over there? You've got a mothership in front of you.
Attack clearance received.
Ooh, is that its iron cannons? It is. I
New
see.
upgrades available.
It kind of wants to be above the
Upgrade
target, really.
complete.
Up you go.
Under attack.
Seems like the whole three-dimensional space thing is still a thing. This is sort of meant to sit over the target, I guess.
Ship under attack.
Yeah, I don't know if this is... Oh, there you go. There's the kind of lasers going. Plasma cannons, I guess. Dawn class battleship. That sounds more like an elite one, but I guess it's
Ship under attack.
still mass produced. I think we've got enough iron cannons on there. Oh, look at that, the takeoff.
Ship under attack.
Even the bigger ships take off from the launch runway. That's really nice.
Ship under attack.
Is that a Cyril Fields? Is that an EVE Online reference? The hyperspace jammers? Or
Ship
beacons? I
under
can't remember
attack.
exactly. Oh look, there's the lasers. Yeah, that's the cool ones I said about. Sort of a pulse laser defense on the mothership. Yeah, you can kind of see them.
Ship under attack.
I really love that detail. That looks very space battle-y.
Ship under attack. Ship under attack.
So many iron cannons. The ship with no name, it is quite nice.
Under attack. Ship under attack. I'm hit. Ship under attack.
Have we got anything here we can send in? We do.
Reporting.
Oh, get in there, help him out.
Ship under attack.
Is that 0 resources?
Initiating hyperspace jump.
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe hyperspace is free in this.
Ship under attack.
Ooh,
Ship under attack.
whoa, that's cool.
Mothership weapon systems activated.
Cue the, I didn't know I could do
Under
that.
attack. Ship under attack. I'm taking hits here. Ship under attack.
Doop, 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 doop.
Ship under attack.
So I mean, it's almost anime-esque. I feel like probably the designer is a fan of anime to some extent.
Ship under attack.
It's sort of all the beams and things very
Ship under attack.
sort of like Yamato, or is it Legend of the Galactic Empire? Or Space Captain Harlock, I suppose.
Ship under attack.
These are a tiny bit Harlockish looking in a sense. Like the scroll work and everything.
Ship under attack.
I'm a little bit sad about how slow our production still is, but
Ship under attack.
I'd say engineering.
Ship under
Oh,
attack.
carrier ship engineering. How do we get that? Maybe if we take that first? That's the other engineering one? Maybe that's how we improve it. Maid carrier's hyperspace system.
Ship under attack.
But it's already got hyperspace, right?
Mothership.
Yeah, it does.
Group 1 reporting.
Not so sure. Yeah, it's a bit of a conundrum, this mod, sometimes, because... Well, you just don't know. You can't... It's not in English, like... Or the stuff that is in English is not translated the best, so it's a little bit of a... Everyone's guessing, basically. Isn't the enough the Dark Empire have ships with the same names? They've got Panzer cruisers as well. Whoa.
Research complete. New capital ships available for construction.
I'm hit.
Oh, they built a battleship. Okay.
Reporting.
Let's try and
I'm hit.
kill that, shall we?
Capital.
Oh, I think we need the next tactical module to build that. I see. That sounds like it is some kind of accelerated build speed upgrade, I think.
1 standing by. Ship under attack.
Yeah, definitely the fights run longer in this one. In the base game, I have no doubt about that at all. And I wish they were a little... I like them, but I do wish they were a little quicker in some ways. Should have another wide blade in a moment to help them out. Oh! You should be building ships, definitely. There he is. Yeah, I find it interesting that that said Mark II as well on the On the engineering system, but I'm not seeing a Mark 1 anywhere.
Roger.
Unless it's supposed to be an upgradable thing and they've
Hyperspace
missed something.
coordinates
Yeah,
locked.
free hyperspace. That didn't cost anything.
Research complete. New
Interesting.
construction options of
They definitely got that sound right. Full props on the sound effects. I'm going to quickly pause the recording here because it's run on for a while. I am going to be cutting a lot of this down, but I don't want it to cause any crashes or anything. And we're back.
Group 1 standing by. Hiding in dust cloud.
Let's try and finish the Abaddon off.
target locked.
All ships target their mothership.
Ship under attack.
Just those Ds. I wonder if that's like a... it is a custom texture. It looks almost a bit like a... Oh, I think the executor just got in the way of the ion. Big ion beam there. Maybe move to the side a little. There you go.
1 copies.
Yeah, optimize the build speed. That's got to be a build speed increase. Man, they shoved that a long way down the tech tree. Does it have the hull scarring? Wonder. I think the answer there is impossible to tell. There's too much happening. That's our only loss so far. We're doing rather well. Even the militiamen are doing really well. They're taking a lot of fire.
Roger.
I didn't think I particularly upgraded tankiness at all, but it seems to be working. Also, these guys are apparently in range, but I don't think I've seen them shooting at all yet.
Weapon set to full power.
Well, no, they are shooting. Maybe it's our armor. Maybe I've done exactly what I was saying about earlier, and we've... Oh yeah, because we've researched. Yeah, we haven't built the armor modules, but we've researched these.
Stabilizers.
Yeah, it might be I've done exactly what I said about, which is that you can
Down. We're going.
sometimes push your durability to a point where you're basically not taking damage. Oh, they do have a carrier as well. We'll have to take that out.
Ship under attack.
Yeah, so starting to knock our ships out, but they're really having to focus fire.
Attack. Moving while engaging.
Let's move around a little bit.
Ship under attack. Hull breach. Hull breach.
Mothership weapon systems
There it goes.
activated.
Let's hit that carrier.
Ship under attack. Hull breach. Hull breach. Mayday. Mayday.
Oh, that's a lot less durable, crikey. Have that down in no time.
Target locked.
Especially if it keeps taking hits like that.
Subsystem
Let's hit some of these frigates
New
and things.
construction options available. Mothership weapon
Oh.
systems activated.
Oh, they're just straight up dead. Oh boy.
Target locked.
Ship
With,
under attack.
Initiating hyperspace.
I guess
jump.
with us out the way, the diamonds have come so low. No, I can appreciate it not letting off too much.
Exit coordinates confirmed. Ship under attack.
No,
Exit coordinates confirmed.
carrier ship engineering.
Friendlies under fire.
Carrier spelt
Moving.
wrong. Another more fuel to the fire to my theory that they've made some typos, shall we say, on the mass translation, but or the automated translation.
Ready.
Nearly got some of those missile ships. Ah, yes. Now this is the nice thing with the diamonds. When you've got good firepower against them,
Under attack.
explosions are beautiful.
Standing by. Weapon set to full power.
New upgrades
They
available.
explode very nicely. Ah, there's one of our new ships.
Confirmed. Engaging.
Oh, those the missiles. Ah, we've got missiles going in. Are they storm missiles or are they something
Ship
else?
Under attack.
They are not. They are the lightning strike missiles. I can't remember what they're called, but they're the anti-capital ship missiles anyway.
Standing by. Aggressive tactics confirmed. Fire at will. Attacking capital ship.
It's just a face with missiles on it and guns.
Ship under attack. Subsystem built and ready for operation.
I think that's building a bit faster. Not as much as I'd like, but it is at least a little bit faster. Or does it upgrade? Does it unlock like upgrades? No. No, oh well, at least a tiny bit better, I think. Oh, yeah, you might have said that punch through a few of them as well. Some of the weapons do actually have AoE effects, or will pierce through things.
Mothership. Mothership.
We'll let those guys go after the base while we clear up here. Alright, group 1. We're going to go straight for their base. We're going to try and finish this up, and then we can
Coordinates locked in.
move on to the rest of showing off what's in this game. But I'd like to think it's sort of a pretty good idea of what the game's like.
Sequence halted. Hyperspace sequence halted.
Okay, we're going to have to move some of the distance manually. Ah, the missile ships can't come with. Ah. Right, our ships rendezvous there. We'll probably edit some of this bit out, because they're going to be travelling for a little bit.
Hyperspace inhibitor detected.
Yep, we're aware of that. Maybe I'm supposed to have built more carriers early on. Maybe that's what I've done wrong.
Mothership.
I guess. Yeah, carrier. Do I have any larger carriers? Not on this tech tree. Was I supposed to have gone down here? Ridership. Ridership is interesting. What's a ridership? Sure. Dreadnought, bomber, dreadnought, the Sel Quinta Type 2. Oh yeah, because there's another one. I said it's like the strongest ship. There's another one in the Type 1 that's a little bit cheaper. Not by much, admittedly. It's actually still more than we're making, but...
Group 1 reporting.
Group 1 under
Oh,
attack.
we found them.
Attack coordinates locked in. Subsystem construction complete. Reporting. Order confirmed.
Oh, look at that. Sweeping across multiple ships. Very cool, my dude. Yeah, the only slight problem is the iron these things can do friendly fire. Do have to be a bit careful with some of your big guns sometimes.
Contact.
Rear AoE attacks. The anti-aircraft towers have showed up.
Moving while engaged.
Yeah, you need to not be in front of that one in case it does that. These guys are moving too. Again, I feel like they could... Oh, these do have hyperspace. Why didn't you...
Acknowledged.
Oh, they're not in group 1. They're not in group 1, that's why.
Hold and engage. We've got contact.
Yeah, you guys are going to be needed over there.
Hyperspace jump. Reporting. Ready.
Oh, there's another one.
Mothership.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, you're going to go help them too.
Hyperspace interrupted. Hyperspace coordinates locked in. Group 1. Attack. Attack run initiated.
Add your firepower to the group.
Hyperspace sequence halted.
Oh, which they have definitely done.
Upgrade complete.
And there comes the other one. Things are looking a little dicey for a moment there, but not so much now.
New research available.
Getting towards the end of the tech tree. The mass production.
Mothership.
Got one more to do, and then we can do the Fairy Queen, the big ship. Which I don't know if we'll get to in this review, but it would be nice.
Standing by.
Group 1 reports enemy
Should also
contact.
be another missile ship. Yep.
Hyperspace coordinates locked in. Reporting.
Oh, I think those guys are going to regret getting their attention.
Hyperspace interrupted.
Group 1 under
Yeah, the sensors are also a bit weird with the crystals as well. They sometimes really can just disappear right in front of your eyes. It's weird. I don't know if that's because of the nebula, but
Copy.
yeah, it can be a bit weird.
Group 1 does.
Yeah, it's definitely building faster than the other one because it was way ahead on finishing the 2 missile assault ships. So it clearly speeds up the building a bit, but definitely not enough.
Acknowledged. Initiating hyperspace jump.
Definitely a lot of dead air waiting for things to happen with this mod that could be... It's already a good mod, but it could be better. It could be better if it was just a bit quicker.
Hyperspace
Especially if
sequence
everything wasn't dependent on waiting for the mothership to build. It really sort of, I guess, acts as a bit of a gate, I suppose.
Group 1 reporting.
So you're waiting for it.
Group 1 under attack.
And maybe that's intentional. Maybe that's to
Ship under attack.
balance things, but
Under
it's
attack.
beautiful to watch them. It's firing out those, the triangular tubes. I love those chain explosions where you got more than one going off at once.
Ship under attack.
The space diamonds are very good at... I can't remember what their actual name is. There's something crystal. But yes, they're not good to play if you're a human. You are literally just
Ship under attack.
spam mass producing. I'm sure maybe someone enjoys that, but I'm pretty sure the idea is they're supposed to be an AI threat. The AI threat because the AI will build lots of them. At least the attack,
Upgrade
well,
complete.
attack move, at least the, I guess at least the attack move is working now. They're actually just hitting things on the way while they go.
Ship under attack.
Meanwhile, the wide blades are pretty much bulldozing their way through. Oh, actually in range. Not that it did much to it, but they're in range of it.
We're going down. We're going.
What did we lose? Oh, I
Ship
think one of
under
the
attack.
one of the cruisers. That's fine.
Standing by. Ship under attack.
Oh, I thought that was one of the missile ships turning sideways. It's the mystery cruiser. It seemed the shells self-destruct in mid-flight as well. Thought it was the missiles that used to do that. Very Queen battleship's actually quite expensive, so we'll take these. I think we might even get that in this match, just about. Ah, there we go. Starting to fire the big guys.
Complete.
New construction options available.
Oh, and even they're not doing
Under
much.
attack. Combat
Maybe
maneuver
we need to
confirmed.
thin the crowd. We are starting to take damage now.
Mothership under
Damage.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to kill the little ones, but the big ones... a bit more so. I think we're going to lose these. That's right.
Mothership.
Yeah, let's get you in that.
Initiating hyperspace jump.
We like nice chaotic battles to look at, though. It's certainly well set. Where is our new one? It's about there. Oh, boy.
Mothership.
Yeah, dealing with the swarm is a bit of a trick, because they can literally, almost quite literally sometimes, push you back through sheer volume of crystals literally filling the area of space you're trying to get to.
Fire. We're going down. We're going.
Yeah, there goes a wide blade.
We're going down. We're going.
Well, it's thinning, but I think they're actually going to repulse us here.
Mothership.
If they do, we'll call it there on this fight. But I'd really like to see the big flagship.
Target locked.
So I don't think I've actually played long enough in a game with these guys. I've had trouble with them before. Actually even getting this far, but...
Weapons activated.
Mayday. Mayday.
Mothership.
Show no mercy.
Oh,
Mothership.
okay, well at least that was a fairly good broadside once it decided to fire. Just not sure about the fire rate, which seems to be... bad. Not sure why that was its target, but fair enough, I guess. You're very peaceful, strangely enough, despite the raging space battle. I sort of sat there, listened to the explosions. Oh, the big one's nearly done.
Mayday.
We're almost
Mayday.
there.
Group 1 copies. Reporting. Capital ship locked in. Standing by. Initiating hyperspace jump. Group 1.
Ooh, music even changed. Whoa, whoa.
Attention fleet, we have 2 objectives here. Expect delays.
Oh my god.
New construction
It's enormous.
options available.
Weapons set to full power. Hyperspace sequence halted.
No wonder the music started playing.
Hyperspace coordinates
Let's
locked
go.
in.
It's enormous. Look at this thing.
Hyperspace Hyperspace interrupted.
Research complete. New platforms available for construction. Mothership. Mothership underway.
We've got enemy.
It's already firing as well. Okay, that was cool. I did not know the music was going to kick in as well. Look how many launch tubes it's got.
Ship under attack. Subsystem manufactured. Ship under attack. Ship under attack. Ship under attack. Group 1 reporting. Subsystem built and ready for operation. Ship under attack. Supporting friendly units.
This is the small one.
Construction complete.
This isn't the elite one. Apparently this is the less good one of the two.
Mothership.
Ship under attack.
This is the cheap option.
Ship under attack. Ship under attack. Ship under attack.
And it's doing so much damage.
Mothership.
Ship under attack. Friendlies under fire. Moving in. Ship under attack. Ship under attack.
I will give it some credit. This feels like a game changer. This actually feels like this ship is designed to be a the fight ends now kind of thing.
Ship under attack.
If you haven't built your faction's equivalent,
I'm hit. Ship under attack. Ship under attack. Ship under attack. Ship under attack. Roger. En route. Attacking capital ship. Supporting friendly units. Enemy neutralized. Awaiting orders. Ship under attack. Ship under attack. Ship under attack. Ship under attack. I'm taking hits here. Ship under attack. Ship under attack. Supporting friendly units.
well, I don't know if I said this already, but it is the first time I've ever seen a mothership bring its own theme tune to the battle.
Under attack.
I can't think of any other RTSs that have done that. So we've got time for a second loop, because it it might be very strong,
We got contact.
but it is not fast.
I'm hit.
Not it has to be, particularly, because it is also barfing out support units,
Attack run complete.
just as we go. And we're about to have another fairly big support ship to go with it.
Ship under attack.
Mothership.
Friendlies under fire. Moving in. Ship under attack. Ship under attack.
Our second biggest ship, the Samsara class. The Samsara Lotus from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Space jump. Weapons set to full power.
It also seems to be 90% cannon.
Ship under attack. Ship under attack. Friendlies under fire. Moving in. Ship under attack. Hyperspace sequence halted. Ship under attack. Ship under attack. Enemy contact. Let's do this. Ship under attack. Confirmed. Standing by.
Everyone forward.
Engage capital ship. Ship under attack. I'm taking hits here. Subsystem built and ready for operation.
New construction options available.
Ship under attack. Ship under attack. Ship under attack. Ship under attack.
Same for you, dude. Get stuck in.
Ship under attack. I'm hit. Attacking capital ship. Supporting friendly units. Ship under attack. Ship under attack. Ship under attack. attack. Ship under attack.
Oh, those are storm missiles. Yeah, these ones that sort of break. I really like these. They like break open when they get near the target and just lob missiles everywhere.
Ship under attack. I'm taking it.
Music's getting kind of a little loud, but
Copy. Engage capital ship.
oh, wow, most of the swarmers are still there. I thought we'd lost most of them.
Target confirmed. Enemy destroyed. Need new orders. Enemy neutralized. Awaiting orders.
Mothership.
Standing by. We've got enemy contact. Attacking capital ship. Ship under attack.
Mothership.
Ship under attack. Mission accomplished. Standing by.
I
Upgrade
bet that
complete.
mission accomplished thing might not be too far off the truth. Oh, especially if we got those. If these are anything like the Pixie Heavies bombers,
Friendly units.
they're very nasty. They get a lot of damage. Bring those to the fight, definitely.
Ship under attack.
And by very nasty, I mean hitting way above their weight class.
Subsystem manufactured. Ship under attack. Ship under attack.
But in reality, this fight's over. It's just literally waiting for the Fairy Queen to do exactly what it's done and get in range of the lenses.
Activated.
Ship under attack.
As I get turned to broadside.
I'm taking
It is. Oh, what a broadside it is. Look at that.
Ship under attack.
Has it got rear batteries as well, or is it mostly at the front? Looks like it's mostly at the front.
Ship under attack. Ship under attack.
New research available.
Yeah, because they sort of clip into each other. It's a bit hard to tell how much damage you're doing. That tells me this is going to be over fairly shortly, although you see their waves of reinforcements are quite impressive.
Ship under attack.
Mothership.
Ship under attack.
I can't remember if I've been referring to this video as a review, but it might be more accurate to say, I suppose, that it's I guess more of a showcase of the sort of stuff the mod has.
Ship under attack.
To admit, it is quite the sight to see.
Ship under attack.
Yeah, look, they're literally,
Ship under
the minions are taking the hits that the mothership should be. They're getting in the way. But I'm legitimately impressed with the beating these things are taking. I know it's probably because the other one's taking hits for it. I think they, like I say, I think they clip into each other a bit on summon normally.
under attack.
It's a little annoying, but, you know. We do what we can, I guess.
Ship under
Let's build some big guns, hopefully, and they'll be able to help out. That one is approaching, at least.
ship.
Help if it didn't keep deciding to randomly shoot the main cluster with the
Ship under
biggest
attack.
guns it has. I'll give it some credit, though. At least it's doing a bit of damage, because it's focusing through quite a few ships on the way to whatever it thinks it's shooting at.
Ship under attack.
Oh, did we get it? No, it's just exploding on all angles. Oh, look, you can see the other one, yeah. Oh my god, it's taking so much damage.
Under attack.
My word, I might just cut it earlier if that's how much it's taking. I was really hoping to finish this off, but it won't die. It's incidentally why I mentioned earlier as well that the balance of this particular mod can feel a bit weird sometimes. It's like, should it really be taking this much fire to kill? Really?
Mothership. Target
Unless it's something to do with it having lots of big ones around it, maybe I should be focusing the other ones. Oh, they're taking a beating too. Imagine one of these big crystals is taking from my biggest ship. Even the other ones are pretty big. Yeah, but I think we might call that there. I think you've got a pretty good idea of how this works. I'm a little miffed about how long this is taking. I did not think by the time I had that ship that this would still be taking this long. Maybe I should have gone the elite line. Maybe I should have gone for the increased damage. But then again, these are supposed to be the fast-produced ships, so I still wouldn't really call them rapid production. Oh, that guy's in range now. Took him long enough. Samsara. But yes, let's go show off some of the other stuff this mod has to offer, because there's a lot of nice stuff here. Alright, and here we go. This time, that's my favourite race for this mod. The Pixie Heavy. Anybody need to be noticing something about this? This ship's tiny, right? Like, and yeah, it is. It's not big. But it is very special.
Destination locked in.
So, while it doesn't look like much, this ship and this whole faction is basically built around a modular mothership, in a sense. This tiny little thing. So, you have, trying to remember how this works, you have to research which systems you want available. You're going to want most of them. We're going to start with... Oh, what do we start with? We'll start with missiles. You get resources every now and then. I've got the resource set multiplier set a bit higher to speed things up.
New research available.
And as this faction,
New construction options available.
killing things will get you resources, which you then use to improve your ship. And your ship is well beyond the strength of most of what you'll be fighting.
Research complete.
Like, it is a seriously powerful little ship, especially once you get it upgraded. But to start with, it has no guns at all, so we need to immediately put some missiles on it, and we're probably going to want to upgrade these quite quickly, because the weapons on these are not... I mean, it might have changed now. There's been some... I believe there's been some updates, but if I remember correctly, the weapon systems on the Pixie Heavy are not made equal. There are some that are certainly stronger than others, just in general. But all the upgrade routes have some powerful weapons on them. What we're going to do is we're going to go looking for a fight. It's good faction to play aggressively. This is why the AI is not good at it, because if you are not careful, you could lose your ship very early on and just fail in general.